Want to welcome everybody to another episode of King's Court. I'm your man, King Real. Well, actually, I'm the Batman. Welcome on in. And I'm joined once again today by my man, Jay Money. What's up, Jay Money?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm sorry, man. I don't really take Halloween that serious like that. I don't have a costume for you guys, but I'm still ripping that Jordan. Though you're gonna catch me in a Jordan every day, so I guess that's gonna have to be my costume for today.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. You know, I dress up. I mean, I did a little something, you know what I mean, today. You know what I mean? Put on my Cape Crusader, come out, try to save the day, man. Try to, you know what I mean, vanquish some evil. We call it evil them bookies. We come in here and attacking their bankroll today, so let's get some money, man.
Right? Yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm about that every single day.
Hell yeah. Well, we got getting ready to jump off right now as we speak, man, in the next 10 minutes. You wanna touch on that while I pull my lineup real quick?
Right? Yeah.
Pistons.
Which one? The Nets game? Yeah, we're on the Nets game. Yeah, this is a revenge spot. This is one of the little revenge spots that I like betting on. It is a pretty small bet for me, but I did take the Nets -2 in this game before the line shot up. I've been seeing it pretty much at 2.5 all day. It shot to 3, then like it's back down to 2.5. So it could be some professional money on this game. But me personally, I like the Nets in this game. I think they'll bounce back. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Pistons keep it close in this game. I'm pretty sure they're pissed coming off 2 games, 2 losses to the Celtics, which the last game last night they came pretty close, almost pretty much coming back. But I feel like the Nets got the team to finish this one out. I thought they were gonna make a lineup change and put Dudley on the bench and maybe start Ed Davis, but I saw the lineups coming out and they still starting Dudley. Me personally, I don't understand that. Dudley pretty old. I'd have him coming off the bench if anything. I mean, I'd have him there for moral support for the young players, but I definitely wouldn't have him starting. That has me scratching my head. But I like Ed Davis much better to be the starting power forward along with Jared Allen. You're gonna need them against Blake Griffin and Drummond tonight.
Yeah, my whole thing about this game when I came in to cap this game, bro, like you said, it's a revenge spot for the Nets. The Nets didn't have lost that last game they played against the Pistons, man. They shot 48%, Pistons shot 42%, but they both shot 5 for 27 and 6 for 24 from deep. What killed the Nets in that game was the 2 technical fouls in that flagrant foul. I know they're in a spot. I jumped on Pistons though. I couldn't help but jump on Pistons, and why I jumped on Pistons was I'm high on the Nets, and everybody know I'm high on the Nets. But with the Nets playing at a slow pace that they're playing at right now, and I haven't seen – I expected more from them, a faster pace, more like last year. I'm not seeing that this year right now. And if they're going to play at this pace for a team on a back-to-back like the Pistons who built top-heavy, this feeds into their favor. I know Pistons have bad – everybody say Pistons point guard play and stuff like that is in question. But I've watched the line, and me, you talked about this game last night today. The line been at 2.5 all day. All I keep hearing about is everybody – on the Nets, even at the casinos, the Nets, and you saying the Nets. This play screams the Nets to me, but after capping it, this is the only game that I saw the dog possibly winning. So I just took the dog. It's not one of my favorite plays. I made the play for the show, and I made it from my own pockets as well. So I took the dogs in this position.
Right. Well, the whole thing with the line, it opened at -1, and pretty much overnight it shot to 2.5, or pretty much even yesterday when we looked at it, it was already at 2.5. So it seemed like as soon as it came out at 1, the pros must have jumped right on it. I mean, it went right to 2.5, and it's pretty much been steady at that all day. But one thing you did mention, I mean, I don't like the Pistons. Their guards, they play way too slow. I mean, Reggie Jackson had just got benched last night, so that's one thing. He could come out playing with fire, but I mean, they'll probably start Ish Smith. I hadn't looked at the starting lineups, but I mean, Reggie Jackson, they put him on the Dwayne Casey put him on the bench last night. He wasn't playing so well. So I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, D'Angelo Russell and LeVert, they should ball tonight against Detroit Pistons guards. The only thing that'll keep them in is if Griffin and Drummond have a monster game. I mean, Jared Allen, he's a pretty good defender too. So whichever one of them is on him, I think he'll probably contain them to around 20 points, if that.
Yeah, I know the game getting ready to start. Me and you were just talking about this before we started. Everybody, I just took a $40. Well, actually, no, 40. I took a $35 play on the first quarter over 56. I just jumped on it. I wanted to bet something on this game early on. I didn't see a side I liked in the first quarter, especially with only being +1. I can see the Nets coming out doing something. I can see Detroit coming out doing something. I really don't want to be on the wrong side of that, so I took the over 56 this first quarter. Tell if you want to, or stay off of it. I mean, this is not one of the best games on the card tonight to me. So it's an iffy game. You know what I mean? I'm really high on the Nets, and Detroit surprised me so far this year. So that's my whole thing. Detroit surprised me. It's a back-to-back. And everybody said they had a hard game last night against Boston. Did they really? I mean, really, what we've seen from Boston so far this year, was you consider that really a rough game? Was that the toughest that Boston could have played them last night? I don't think so. Boston let their ball club back into the game when they easily had the cover. They had the cover of the 8, but they couldn't pull it through.
Right. Yeah, Detroit was pretty much fighting tooth and nail that whole game. The only reason why I looked that close was late fouling. And a lot of people don't know that over barely cashed. I had that over yesterday, and it was like a late 3 that was banked in by the Celtics and late fouls that the way it went over. I mean, I really don't care how it got over. I'm just glad it got the cash. But I didn't see that game was going over at first. It looked like it was going under, and then all that late fouled and pushed it over. So I was happy about that. But yeah, to be honest, that game was pretty close. The Pistons wanted to get their revenge last night. They almost got it. They just came up real short. I mean, they could come out today, but they could come out today playing. I feel like the Nets are the better team, though, and they have had some rest, so they should come out firing in this game.
And I'm seeing the chat say Reggie is trash. That's my whole concern with the Pistons. The Pistons are a good team. They're top heavy. If they had a decent guard over there, they would be okay. They need a guard. They need a guard that can score, make plays for itself. And then the fact that he making plays for itself, that's getting your bigs open. You can actually have Drummond really play down there in the center. You could bring Griffin out a little bit, because Griffin right there, little mid-range jumper in the first place. Without a decent guard who could penetrate the lane, kick the ball out to the wings, and make plays for itself, Detroit's going to have an uphill battle for the rest of the year.
Right. Yeah, you're right on that. Me personally, I feel like Detroit came out playing way over their head. I had a feeling some losses were going to pile up pretty soon. And I remember that first game they were playing against the Celtics when the line was pretty low. I was all over the Celtics in that game. The Pistons, the record wasn't telling the truth of how they really were at the beginning of the season. They were undefeated, but they're probably finna string together a couple losses. They're still a nice defensive team, but against some teams, they just play way too slow. And like you said, if another team has great guards, they'll be able to exploit the Pistons' weakness.
Exactly. Well, we got some time on that, so that's the play, man. I jumped on Pistons. I took the plus 125. I took the dog line. I also took the over 56 first quarter small bet. Like I said, if you guys don't have to tell if you don't want to on that first quarter 56, but I jumped on it for a little bit. I'll risk a little bit of change on it. And Jay Money, you said you took the Nets -2 or the money line?
Yeah, I got them at -2. At the time that I did take it, my book wasn't offering the money line, so I went on ahead and took it. I had to take it pretty early, pretty much overnight. They weren't offering the money line, but it's all good. On a short line, I would suggest go ahead and take the money line. You never know what's going to happen late in the game. I've been burnt plenty of times. Might have some 2.5 or 3, and then they end up winning by one point. So if it's not too much juice, if it's like 120, 130, 135, I would just go ahead and take the money line.
No doubt. Well, we got to that first game, and we got a little bit of time. So with this little bit of time, I want to tell everybody, happy Halloween, man. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. I know you guys could be out walking right now with your families, especially in the East Coast. Luckily, I'm in Vegas. It's only 4:39 over here for me, so I still got some sunlight. So I got about another hour before it get dark. I'm going to go head out with my son. I'm in my Justice League fit today. We're about to go fight some crime and go do our thing. So, you know what I mean? Hey, it's Halloween. Everybody have a safe Halloween too out there. And to the chat, man, everybody who tuning in, Bill Buttlicker, Ron, GG Gambling Guy, Andrew, Cinnamon Rock, Moish. Am I saying your name right? I want to say Moish almost, but hopefully I ain't saying it wrong. So, but thank you and welcome everybody. Damon, KD, Al Hart, Dave LA, Marcus, Isaiah. Welcome in, everybody. I know I'm missing a few of you guys, but welcome into the show, man. Thank you guys for tuning in.
What's up, everybody? I really appreciate for tuning in. All the nice comments y'all put in the chat box. I'm able to see the chat box now, so if anybody have any questions for me, any questions on games, I'm happy to answer it. Just let me know. Just put my name in there, and you know what I'm saying. Ask me whatever you got. But I do appreciate everybody, and hit the like button if you can.
For sure, man. You know what I wanted to touch on too, man. I noticed, like, me and you talked about some of these games last night, and we was actually giving a few games, throwing some out there. What do you think? I asked Pete this earlier on Low Bag Show, but it's not a conversation, so I couldn't really ask the question right. But I noticed that when another sport in, a high sport, a big sport, especially around when baseball in, I watch these NBA lines go through the roof. I mean, it's the public betting on them. Like LA at 1 today, I saw LA at 8.5. I don't know if it's at 8.5 right now. No, it's at 7.5 now. We watch these lines increase and shoot up. What's your thoughts on when MLB and other sports end? Well, when MLB end, that's mainly what it is for basketball. Do you play into that factor? Do you like the fact the lines move? Is it scary to you? Like, what do you see out that?
Well, just my opinion, I do feel like it's a little scary, but then again, you still have football going on. You still have NFL and college football. So, me personally, I do feel like that the odds makers may be paying a little bit more attention to football. I mean, I feel like they get a bunch more money through football. I'm not saying that they just throw out lines in basketball, but I do feel like the lines in football are way more tight. I feel like the things with basketball, the reason why in an early season you can make a lot of money is because they don't really catch on to really how teams play. It seems like when football is over, it's totally over. That's when it really ramps up and the lines get real tight for the NBA. But for now, it seems like they're just going off of analytics and stats based lines pretty much. That's why you see some of these lines and totals pretty much getting steamed the other way. And a lot of the times, once you see the lines moving 2 or 3 points, a lot of the times, about 75% of the time, those totals cash early in the season.
Yeah, my whole thing is to me that the public. I watched the public move these lines up, especially in the LA game. I think it was 6.5 last night. We was asking them, man, why the hell is LA 6.5? Now it's at 7.5. I told you earlier, I might have been mistaken with the 8.5, but I know for a fact I saw an 8. You know what I mean? It was an 8 for sure. And I'm like, an 8 for the Lakers? What the fuck? I mean, I was confused looking at that line. I'm like, it's a public. A lot of people, recreational bettors, come on in now. People who actually do bet NBA, but wasn't betting because baseball was going on. Now they jumping on in. They haven't really seen some of the trends going on lately. They just see, hey, LeBron's on the Lakers. Let's bet LA. Or you know what I mean? This is the Spurs playing tonight. Let's throw some money on the Spurs. You know, it is going off of name recognition. And that kind of hurts us a little bit when capping these games.
Yeah, you're right. But one thing I do have to say is with me personally, I'm real big on checking the money percentages. I mean, when I was a younger bettor, a lot of things that I would just see, then I would think, oh, okay, that's an easy bet, and then go ahead and bet it. Now I have to take a look at what the Vegas money percentages, because sometimes the public, just because there's the line is moving, it's not always public. Sometimes it could be you have something called reverse line movement. Like all the money might be on one, all the line might be moving one side, but you see the money on the going the other way, and vice versa. So sometimes you have to pay attention to the overall the tickets of the bet percentage, and then you have to look at the money percentage too. Like basically, it's a game that we're going to touch on tonight that I see the line moving the other way. You have the public heavy on one team, but you got the line moving the other way, and the money percentage is favoring the dog in the game. So we'll touch on that later. But you are right, the public can drive some of these games so high that you won't even want to mess with it, or it could be good for you because you could take the points on the other. It's like, say, if you like Dallas and if you saw the Lakers at +8, you could take Dallas at +8 if you wanted to, no matter who's driving the line up. If you like that dog, you just wait till the line go up and then you take it. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really matter whether the line moves. It's about what side that you're on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I feel you there. Well, let's jump on into these rest of these games, man. I seen somebody hit us with a teaser real quick. Let me shout them out. Let me scroll back up again. Andrew, the boy, said teaser of the week. Lakers +1, Spurs +1, Warriors -2. People, listen, please. Hey, I'm not going to fault you on that, man. I heard a lot of people shit on teasers, but you know what? I've been hitting teasers religiously since I've been capping NBA. So, hey, we'll touch on that a little bit when we get to those games, but I like what you're thinking, my man. Where you want to start at, J Money? You want to start with the Jazz Wolves, or you want to start with the Pacers Knicks?
Oh man, you know which one I want to start on. Me and you can this is a consensus with me and you. I posted that on Twitter. If you got me on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney, username Jordan King 23. I'm on the Pacers today, man. This is my play of the day. They coming off a loss. I mean, the Pacers, they play well when they come off the loss. Last time we saw them blow the Spurs out, and this was exactly a week ago today. This is when I was in Vegas. I was on the Pacers then. I'm on the Pacers exactly a week later. I'm on a -6 in New York. I know New York been playing teams tough in New York, but I think the Pacers and Oladipo going to come to play tonight up under the bright lights.
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel. That's exactly what I said, especially after that game they lost against Portland over there. Hey, like I said, I took my team on the dog line. Luckily, I cashed. Didn't give it out publicly. I like, hey, but it cashed. So Pacers and Blazers both that game shot poorly. Pacers been off since that day. I expect Pacers come out turning up in Madison Square Garden tonight. The Knicks, they depleted, bro. I mean, look at their bench. I mean, are you expecting Burke, Tier, Thomas, Cornette, and Baker really up the Knicks bench to compete with this Indiana Pacers ball club. Pacers have the bodies to contain Cantor. Yeah, Cantor is a beast over there. And Tim Hardaway, he's been doing okay. But if you stop Cantor over there, they have the bodies. And I expect Indiana to be all go tonight. It's nothing but straight offense tonight and just steadily attack these Knicks team tonight. I took Indiana first quarter, first half, and full game. I got them at -5.5. It's at 6 now. Hey, I still promote the 6.
Right. Yeah, I got them at 5.5 first thing this morning. I took them at -6 again. That's how much I like this play. So I mean, I'm recommended at -6. So I mean, I would take this line all the way up to -7. Me personally, if they even if they had the Pacers -7, I would still be on them. I see them winning this game by at least double digits. They're going to come out pissed off. The Knicks do not have the roster to keep up with the Pacers. They are very deep. I mean, even when it gets to late first quarter and early second quarter, the Pacers bench will take off on the Knicks. I mean, I cannot see this game being close. The Knicks can try that slow it down game, try to play defensive game if they want with the Pacers. It will not work. They will be playing right into the Pacers' hands, and the Knicks wouldn't see 80 points if they try to do that. So the Knicks, their best bet is to try to push the pace in this game. But I still don't think they will do that. The Pacers win this game by at least 10 points.
That's the disadvantage for tonight. That's why I'm seeing the disadvantage. Like when everybody in low back chat or people who DM me ask me, why not the Knicks tonight? What about the Knicks tonight? They're at home. No. I mean, I could be wrong. Well, hey, nothing to lock here. Nothing to lock here. But Pacers they 6th in defense right now. So they could, and if you want to run, the Pacers will run. They can shoot threes, they can run, they can rebound. They have weapons, they have playmakers on their side of the court. What playmakers do you see on the side for the Knicks? I don't see a single playmaker over there. I see a team that's playing as a team. I mean, Tier, you want to consider him your playmaker, but he's coming off the bench. So you waiting for your playmaker to come off the bench to make an impact when you could be down 12 or down 8 early? I don't like that situation.
Right. Yeah. No, Trier is nothing special. I mean, he's a nice little piece to him. You have Hardaway getting nice. I mean, you got Cantor coming off the bench, so I'm not even scared there. Now, I mean, Miles Turner will be all over him. Oladipo will go off tonight in MSG. I mean, he might go for 30, 35 points. He came in dressed up as Black Panther. I don't think he come to play games tonight in MSG at all.
At all. You know, with he Black Panther, you know, that's Avengers and over there. You know, I'm a Justice League. I'm DC, so we can't really cross. I can't do the Wakanda forever, but you know what I mean? It could be copyright issues. But the Dark Knight will live again. Will rise again. But anything on the over in this game or the under?
No, I didn't take nothing. I'll be honest. I did take the under the Pacers. I did take it when it was around 211 and 210.5. It's went all the way down now, so I can't really recommend it because you can't get the line that I got. But if you did want to throw it in the teaser or something, I did take the under. I feel like both teams have been slowing it down lately, and I think that the Pacers will want to lock down tonight. And the Knicks definitely don't have the scores to keep up with the Pacers. Their defense is way too nice. The Pacers will clamp down on the Knicks tonight. So I did take the under at 211, but I think it's like down to 206.5 now, right?
It was at 206. It's back to 208 right now. So that's what I was looking at. I was expecting that to hit. When I was looking at it, my man, probably a 209 type of game. You know what I mean? It's at 208 now. I'll say if you guys like the side in this game, in-play it. In-play the total. In-play that total at halftime. They'll jump on it right now. Let's come out and see what Pacers do first half and see what the way the offense is flowing for New York. You know what I mean? To see how they flowing because Pacers could come out. It could be fucking 30-60 at halftime. You know what I mean? You want to see what kind of ball club the Knicks is bringing and what the Pacers bringing vice versa, especially after the Pacers' bad shooting performance last game.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. If Hardaway starts to get hot, it could go over. But if none of those Knicks players are hitting their shots, which I don't think they will. I don't see them getting to 100 points. So I'm looking at like a 110, 100 game. That's what I'm hoping for.
No doubt. Next game on the docket, man. Let's touch on this one, man. Jazz Wolves. We talk about line movement, bro. With that -2.5 last night.
Right. Yeah, yeah. That's when I got them. I can't lie, bro. I had to hop on them at -2.5. And that, to be honest with you, I didn't care whether Butler and everybody played, but you don't have Butler, you don't have Teague in this game. That's a lot of offense. That's a lot of assists and ball movement going away. I mean, not no. Well, Butler, obviously, you're missing the points, but with Teague out, I mean, that's their starting point guard. A lot of people might not be high on him, but if you're missing your starting point guard, it's going to be able to tell whether a person is high on him or not. He is the starter, so I mean, you got all those assists and ball handling skills out of the game for you. Have the backup. I'm not sure if Wiggins is playing or not. I'm pretty sure a game time decision, but the Jazz should run away with this game. The only thing I can think of, they've been on a long road trip, but they were off for a couple of days, so they should take off on the Timberwolves. I can't see them keeping it close. That the only way I couldn't see it. Maybe if the refs on their side or something, that's the only way.
Looking right now, and I saw earlier it said Wiggins was confirmed out. Let me just verify that for everybody real quick. I got RotoWire. I don't know if y'all have that, but I pay for it. It keep me up on my up to date on my injuries. $5.99 a month on a yearly thing. I keep that. You can see a lines for today, tomorrow. You see the little shit. I got like 4 or 5 different subscriptions to different NBA stuff. And keep me fed. I mean, with all my information. But let me go to this game real quick. And yeah, Jimmy out, Teague out, Wiggins in. Wiggins playing tonight.
Right. Yeah. Usually when you have a few players out and then they have somebody that's game time decision, a lot of times they can play. They just keep them out so that the injury won't get worse. But I feel like Wiggins probably could have played last game, but they probably felt like they could get the win without him, which they did. And so they probably held him off to this one. But it's crazy with Jimmy Butler. He just feel like he just didn't want to play today. He just go to them and tell them whenever he want to play, or I guess if it's a game that he feel like he want to showcase his talent or something. I don't know what's going on, but basically today he pretty much just told him, I don't want to play tonight. I'm gonna take a day off. You know what I'm saying? So if we're doing that, let me know so I can take off at my job tomorrow. Please let me know.
Yeah, because it's the inmates running that asylum over there right now, and Jimmy Butler know, like, hey, y'all need me. Look, Jimmy Butler's a top scorer. He's not playing tonight. You got Teague. He's a ball facilitator. He's not playing tonight. He lead that team with assists. So you get the top scorer and your assist leader out. We see what Towns do. Towns is so unreliable as fuck. Wiggins has been nursing an injury. Utah, on the other hand, balls the fuck out lately. Utah's putting up big numbers. They playing like a unit. They playing like a team. Only thing that scared me is the fact this total went up. Last night it was great at -2.5. Now it's sitting at -7. I like Utah first half, though. If you was asking me anything, I like them first half and first quarter. I don't think – let me go take all my bets. I didn't take a first quarter Utah. Let me go verify all my bets real quick. Let me go to my screenshots because – yeah, no, on the Utah game, no, actually, even on my – yeah, I took a first quarter. I got Jazz first quarter -0.5, and I took a full game -5.5. Now it's sitting at a 7.
Right, yeah, that line has shot all the way. It's hard to recommend a play when you got on it before and then, you know what I'm saying, and then it shot up. So it's always good to wait on injury reports. But another thing I would say is, I mean, if you have an online book and you can possibly get on stuff overnight, it's something big. Probably the next game we're going to talk about is another one that I got on pretty early, and it's moved like 6 points or at least 4 points already. So I would go ahead and, if you can, cap the games at night, overnight, see if you like and stuff. If they already got the line out and you like it, go ahead and take it. I mean, if you really like it and you feel like it's going to win 9 times out of 10, the line is going to move against you. That's how I feel.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at this Pistons game. It's a what, 8-14? I mean,
yeah,
6 minutes.
8 to 15 right now. And I just got a notification on my phone. Bullock went out with which I don't think he's a big piece, but I mean, he is one of their guards. They're already short-handed with the guards.
Yeah, I think they're better without him, but like you're saying, they need somebody to pass the ball to. They need somebody they can get the ball to.
Yeah, he just went to the locker room. His ankle hurt. Yeah, they start out. If you got Nets on the full quarter,
I gotta answer this question real quick. It says nobody's probably gonna care, but if anybody out here is willing to give my friend and I a chance, and would truly appreciate it, check out our channel and happy Halloween. Hey, who's better? If I see that come up here again, bro, I don't block nobody, but we don't do promoting in here, bro. You want to come in here and promote, you will get blocked instantly. That's your only warning. We see you promoting your page in here again, bro, I gotta block you, man. We ain't here. We spreading love. We trying to win games. So don't come on our platform and do that. We want to come on yours and do that. Have some respect, please.
Yeah, press the like button. Who's better?
Exactly. But yeah, Utah, man, like I got them at 5.5. It's kind of hard for me to recommend a -7 to you guys. Like I said, hey, if we build the teasers, write that down right now. Put that on your teaser. I did take the first quarter, though. First quarter was my thing. I did hop on the first quarter minus a half a point, and the full game minus 5.5. Like I'm saying, with that movement, and even when it went up, it was saying Wiggins was out. So Wiggins being in is new to me because about an hour and a half ago, it was still showing he was out on my apps. So hey, he's in the game now. So that's a tough one to tell you guys. Like I said, that's a major line movement. That's from a -2.5 last night to a 7 today. That's tough. That's tough to give that out.
Yeah, and one thing that is pretty scary with it is that I mean you never know when Towns. I still feel like Karl Anthony Towns is a nice player. I know you say that when Butler and Towns are in, that they don't play so well together. But Butler ain't in tonight, so I mean the Timberwolves still have a somewhat nice team. Uh, I mean, I don't know. 7 points is a lot for the Jazz to do on the road. I know they just blew out the Pelicans, but you always have to be careful when the team is on a long road trip. I don't know if I would take the Jazz at -7, especially only because of the injuries. But it's just I can't recommend anything on the -7. I got the Jazz at -2.5. So I mean that's what I like them at. At 7, I really don't have an opinion on that one. They could easily blow them out though, but the Timberwolves are at home and they're still a professional basketball team. The players still get paid. Towns and Wiggins, I mean, you never know what can
They
happen.
just trash you without Butler, though, bro. Like they're
Yeah.
different. They a different team without Butler.
Yeah, well, they have to get used to playing without him, so they're gonna have to figure something out. It should be in their heads already. Some players should step up with him being out, knowing that you could have playing time increase. That's the way that I think. I mean, like I say, I'm on the Jazz too. I hope they do blow him out, but at some point, I mean, the just speaking on the topic, the Timberwolves got to know that Butler is going to be there. I mean, even if he is playing, he doesn't really care. So I mean, they should know that they should have even more energy playing without him. You know what I'm saying? If you really just think about it. But I'm on the Jazz in this game. I would love for them to blow them out. I'm not really high on the Timberwolves right now at all.
So would you say, since we gotta give a play for the show, would you recommend the 7, even though me and you don't have the 7? It's kind of hard to tell you guys take a 7 when we don't have the 7. And I'm not gonna retake this bet just to please the chat. I love you guys, but I'm not gonna jump on the 7 just to give a 7. We recommended it early on when it first came out. I think we spoke on it last night too. If we
Right.
didn't, if you guys watched the
Exactly.
line movie in the game, you guys should have jumped on it. I'm not gonna recommend that. I'm looking at the over in this game too at 222. I'm not touching that either. Like I said, they top scorer is gone. Now, Jazz could put up an easily 130 themselves. But what offense are we going to see from the Wizards? I mean, from the Warriors. I mean, Wolves tonight with a star gone and a point guard gone.
Right. Right. Yeah. Now, me personally, if I'm going to recommend a bet, and I might bet it right now, I would take the under 222. If I was to recommend a bet in this game, I would take the under. Jazz on a long road trip. They're going to come to play defense. Minnesota is missing their point guard. I think I'm finna hop on this under 222.
Got to. Yeah, and right now Detroit and Brooklyn both look flat. Well, Brooklyn 23-12 right now. Detroit ain't making shit. But we know it's Detroit. It's a comeback type of ball club right now. They'll be down. They can't get down too much. All I want right now is just over first quarter. Let me get this over first quarter, 56. And then, you know what I mean? Shit. Then I'll sit back and cross my fingers about the full game. It was a small bet, the money line. Like I said, it wasn't a favorite game on the docket tonight. It was a risky game. Everybody who asked me about it, I told them my opinion about it. Even though Nets looked like there was a clear play to me, I still couldn't back it. I didn't want to be tricked in. It's Halloween. Spooky shit happens on Halloween. I didn't want no spooky shit happening to me. I don't want to be hunted by the ghosts of the Nets. You know what I mean? For me not taking Detroit or some shit like that. So I was straight.
Right. Well, you know I'm on the Nets, bro. So it's looking nice for me right now. Hopefully the Nets go ahead and put their foot on their throat. If the Nets get up by a nice lead, that's one thing I have saw. The Pistons don't have the firepower to come back from a large lead. So if the Pistons, I mean, if the Nets can get up by 15 plus points, and can keep making a few shots. You know how it is when you have a big lead. All you have to do is keep making a few little shots and stop their momentum every now and then, and you'll be all right. I mean, pretty much every three when you're up like by that many points, you'll be all right. You play some defense and you can hold that lead. Just don't total choke. Don't just have a total choke job and then let the momentum go the other way. That's how you lose big leads.
All right, next game we got, bro. I'm not too high on this game either, but Nuggets. I did jump on Nuggets first quarter. I got them at -2. It's up at -2.5 now, and I took over first quarter 57 small. I didn't make a full play on this game at all. I watched the line move and went to 8.5. It looked like a kind of a tricky ass number to me. What's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I'm on the under in this game. This is one of the main games that I told you to get to check overnight. The whole thing is these games be moving, especially the totals. If it's a sharp bet, if it's a sharp play on the side, you will see the total move probably 2 to 3 points. In this case, it's moved 4 points. It did move a total of 6 points. It was down all the way down. Well, actually, it still is. It went down to 220, then it went back up to 222, and now it's back down to 220.5. I got this under at 226. Denver is one of the top 3 teams in defensive efficiency in the league this year. The Bulls just gave up 149 points to the Warriors. I mean, I see this game going under. The Bulls aren't a great defensive team, but for one game, I do like for them to lock up. I like Denver to slow down the pace. Denver has been playing at a little bit slower pace than they have normally, and they've been playing real good defense. I'm on under 226. I know it's dropped all the way down, but I would take the under at 220 also.
Yeah, no, I respect you on that one. I was looking at that shit too. Denver, they third, but they third in points. That's the only thing that scared me. They third in points, 25th in defense, and no, that's LA. Hold on, that's the wrong stat. Let me go back to my Denver stat real quick. I'm reading LA shit. Yeah, no, damn, LA. I think Denver shit in the car with the Spurs shit. I'll pull up my Denver shit real quick. But yeah, I took Denver first quarter, first half. I feel you. The only thing that scared me about this game was the points, the -8. Yeah, I know the Bulls fucking suck ass. I just don't want to get burnt by the half a point on this one. I don't want to fuck around taking they win by 8 or they win by 7. It's a tough spot. I agree with you with the under. And while we've been sitting here talking about the line dropped right in front of my face, it went from 222 to 221. It didn't even hit the half mark. It just went straight down to 221 on my William Hill.
Right. Yeah. No, that under is a sharp move, bro. I was on it already. When I saw the sharps on it, that makes me like it even more. There's one thing to watch, bro. These totals that's been moving, they've been cashing at a high rate, bro. Even the closing line, there's been smart money that's been pounding these lines either up or down, and a lot of times they've been hidden.
Yeah, and I'm looking over here right now, Denver. I know Denver. It was saying earlier that no Barton, no Porter. We already know Thomas is out. So, and for Chicago, no Dunn, no Marketing, no Portis. And that's what it is for me right now. Chicago don't have that energy. They don't have no Portis. They play better when they have Bobby Portis out there. He's an energetic player. He out there with his mean mug on all day long while he balling and hooping.
Right.
And you don't have him out there, man. You don't have him out there. That's a shocker. You know what? If you like the first half? You like first half Nuggets -3.5?
Oh, I didn't take it. I took that first quarter with you though. I did take that first quarter with you. I did a first quarter parlay. I parlayed the Nuggets, the Jazz, and the Pacers first quarter. If anybody want to hop on there with me.
You see my parlay in chat. I parlayed Pacers first half and was it Pacers first half? Let me go to it. Pacers first half and God damn, I got so much stuff going on my phone right now. Yeah, parlay Pacers first half and Spurs first half -4. The game we're gonna touch on in a second. But yeah, I parlayed those two. While we sitting here right now, you know what? I'm gonna actually parlay. What's this Nuggets first half money line? First half money line is at 240. Let me see what the first half money line 240 Nuggets, followed by Pacers first half money line 170. And then what's the next game that start with this one? Let me go to it real quick. Let me see if I can build a nice little parlay.
Hey, King Real, I'm gonna answer a question in the chat real quick.
Go ahead,
Nando Cuevas says Kings Court would be a lot better if it was a little earlier enough to steal your picks and bet them early. Hey, Nando, if you want, bro, you can follow me on Twitter. I usually give out my play of the day. If you want to ask me anything on the game, bro, just hit me up on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney. I'll answer whatever you need, bro. I know we come on kind of late. I do have a full-time job. I pretty much get off around 5 o'clock, and then I have to shoot to the house and get ready for the show. But if we could get on earlier, we would, bro. But we got other shows SBR going, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much the time. But a lot of the times we get to discuss for the most part of the games. I mean, but if it is an early game, just hit me up on Twitter, bro. I'll be happy to answer whatever. But for the most part, the rest of the games we're really on right at the right time to get with the second tier and obviously the late games.
All right, well, look, I just made a parlay, man. I just made a 3-team parlay. I took Nuggets first half minus 240, Pacers first half money line minus 170, and I'm gonna add the Jazz on there minus 3.5 first half over the Wolves, and that's a what's that payout? Not payout. What is it? Plus 330. So that's a bet. I'm making a $50 bet on that 3-team parlay for $50. God damn, why I keep putting in $5? Hold on, for $50. And that's a 214 payout. So that's my parlay. Actually, fuck, I made it for $40. It won't let me do it. So it's 171 payout. Fuck, I tried to make it for 50. I pressed 4. $40 parlay. Jazz first half minus 3.5. Pacers first half minus 170 and Nets 240. Let's run down. Let's give them the plays real quick. So these games get ready to jump off. J Money, what are you on these first few games that's getting ready to start in the next 4 minutes?
On which one? On the Pacers? Okay, so I'm on the Pacers. I took them on the first. I did a little parlay, but I'm big on the Pacers. Me personally, if you're gonna take my suggestion, you want to follow me and on Twitter, I'm on Pacers -6. I would get on it real quick just in case you want to follow. It's a consistent play with me and Real. You should definitely follow all of our consistent plays. And then I took the under on the Denver and the Bulls game, and I took Denver first quarter in the parlay. I had parlayed the Pacers first quarter, Denver first quarter, and Utah first quarter. $20 make like 130.
Hey, Zaza Pachulia out here keeping the Pistons in the game. That's just funny, bro. That's funny to fucking see.
Yeah, I see him balling. I see him balling. They playing, but the Nets are getting to the line though. They getting to the line a lot.
Yeah, a lot. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, they got to keep it up. If Nets play at a faster pace, that's my whole problem with this game. The Nets have been playing so slow, and I expected it to be a faster paced ball club like last year. But this year they're 28th in pace. That's ridiculous to me. You know what I mean? So that's a whole flip flop of what I thought they would be. Hey, I still got action that hitting this motherfucking this over 56. I got action. I need some fouls, a couple more shots. You know what I mean? We could possibly grab it, but hey, who knows? Who knows? I'm not gonna sit here and count my blessings. I mean, well, no, we ain't gonna get it.
Yeah, 27 seconds. They actually are trying to. They're trying to push the pace today, but they're getting a bunch of fouls though. That should have been a foul call right there. But I've been trying not to watch the games too much while I'm on here. But you know, we got money on them, so it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough not to, especially when they were so close because it started off so raggedy, and they just had a few. They had a chance, you know what I mean, to hit this 56. Like I said, I bet it's small, so I'm not mad at it. I like the fact Detroit's still in the game, though. It's not a complete blowout like I thought it was going to be. Detroit has a action actually coming back and doing something here. I'm looking at the fouls right now for the ball club. Not really no fouls really going on. There's nobody making no shots. Blake 1 for 4, Drummond 1 for 3, Jackson 0 for 3. I mean, they're just not knocking down shots. The same goes with the Nets. Russell's 1 for 6. He got 2 points. I mean, it's gonna be a tough shooting night for both of these ball clubs, I think.
Right. Yeah. I'm ready to get to a few of these other games, bro.
Well, let's go. Yeah, man. Start off with what you want to start off with.
Okay. Yeah, I got a play that there's not many people gonna like. I did beat the line move on this one. This team always plays this team close. Obviously, it could be a blowout, but this is a small bet. I'm not going large on it, nothing. But I am on the Pelicans tonight, plus 11.5. I did feel like I beat the line move. It's down to about 9.5, 9 now. Davis is in. They got a few other injuries, but I feel like they always play Golden State tough. Sometimes the score might be indicative of how the game was actually played, but this team can score with the Warriors. They're in the top 3 right there with the Warriors in offensive efficiency. Their defense is a lot different, but they do try to rev it up a little bit when they play the Warriors. So I feel like they can score enough with them to stay inside of 10 points. I'm not sure about the 9.5. I guess if they were to cover, they should probably lose around 7-8 points. So I guess I would give it out at 9.5. But I did get the when you're fading the Warriors, you want to get as many points as possible, bro. So I got them at 11.5.
Well, you know what? Earlier when I was telling you last night when I first looked at it, it said Golden State was even, and we both used like, hold on. Even I was confused, like even money on Golden State. Then when it jumped out this morning, it was at 12. I'm like, okay, at 12, I doubt Anthony Davis sit out this game, so I wait a little bit. It got to 10.5, and I jumped on it at 10.5. I grabbed Golden State. I can't fade Golden State right now. It's one ball club. It's hard for me to fade. Next on two teams right now in the NBA is tough to fade. That's Golden State and that's Toronto Raptors. Really hard to fade these ball clubs right now with the way they play, with the pace they play at, and with the lineup and with the man. Listen, you had 3 guys put up 40 points in a week, or over 40 points in a week with this ball club. Yeah, Anthony Davis is a beast, and the Pelicans really miss his presence. Mirotic is a great player as well, but they don't have Elfrid Payton back there. Granted, he don't score that much, but he's been playing really well while he's been over there with the ball club right now. Randall is injured. He's banged up. Let me go look and see if Randall's even in.
Randall's playing. Randall's playing.
Okay, earlier he was game time decision. Man, I can't get in front of this Golden State train, especially at home, man. They turn that shit on. Whenever they feel like just pulling up making some shots, they pull up and make some shots. It can easily be a close game and then be a 15-point game in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, and I would never go. I usually don't go on. I really don't have a tough beat on Golden State. I mean, usually they could win every single game, and then they have those games where it just seems like they really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Even though they can turn it on at any point in the fourth quarter and blow them out. I'm with the Sharps on this one. I'm pretty much. I saw the line go all the way down. I got them at 11.5. It's a small bet, but I mean I did take it, so I would give it out. I got them at 11.5. The 9.5 is a little tricky. Golden State could blow them out the water, but I mean I'm not scared of any of these teams. It's all about spots. I like the Pelicans in this spot getting all these points. It's a bunch of points, and they can score with the Warriors, and all they got to do is try to bring a little bit of defensive fight tonight. But I mean, they started off pretty much blowing out everybody, bro, this season. So if they bring some of that, they've been playing the way they have at the beginning of the season, they can hang tight in this game. But like you say, the Warriors, I mean, they have been super hot. They can blow out somebody at any time. But I mean, I'm not scared to step in front of them. I'll take a small bet with the Pelicans, who can keep up with them. Always plays them tough, getting a boatload of points.
Yeah, that's why I like the over in this game, man. I got it at 237. I see in some places, right now my William Hill book is showing 238. Let me pull it up. Yeah, my William Hill book right now is showing 240. So I beat it. You know what I mean? I got it at 237.5. It's at 240. I still see over in this game. I think it's gonna be an overnight. If you got the early line moving on it, especially I hope you guys, some of you guys who watch the show Cat Basketball 2 on the side, or just ask us questions from time to time. But if you guys grabbed it, good shit, because it's at 240 right now. Warriors at home, Pelicans is there. I think it's gonna be a turn-up night tonight. We can see big points. I still see Golden State winning by 9.5. I really want to jump on Golden State first quarter here, but I just came back to first quarter in this spot. Now that gives the Pelicans ball club. Golden State has been easy first quarter cashes for me this whole year. But sitting at 4 first quarter, I'll pass on that, especially with the half. Golden State's more of a second half ball club to me. I'm just gonna rock with the full game. I know you go minus what? You got plus 9.5.
No, I got plus 11.5 with the Pelicans.
Oh, okay. So yeah, shit. I can still win. Shit, they win by 11. We both still cover, right. So we good to go.
That would be lovely, bro. I'm rooting for both of us. I'm always rooting for both of us. I had to give your props on that Kings one last night. The Magic, they crushed me yesterday. It was a tough day yesterday just because of the Magic alone, but there was a good call by you, bro, on the Kings money line.
Oh, bro, you was the same way, man. You had them Pistons and them points. You know what I mean? Shit, I was looking like, God damn, I should have tell Jay Money, because I thought I had the cover too late, and then they still fucked it off. It was like, God damn. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm learning myself. I'm learning about these Pistons. My Pistons, the Celtics, they're gonna be my problem all year. They're gonna be my struggling team. You know what I mean? I got to pick them on their right spots. And last night I thought it was a great spot, but it turned out it wasn't, and you were dead on with that.
Right, yeah, I'm pretty high on the Celtics team. A lot of people might not be, but at home, they're actually at home they actually be playing games. It's on the road where they're more where they profit more. But I'm actually pretty high on the Celtics just for the simple fact that I feel like they, even though their offense is kind of bullshitting right now, they are still very balanced and deep on defense. Any team that's ranked high in defense is going to be bet on for me, because even if you're having an off night, defense can keep you in any game. If anybody that plays basketball knows that defense wins championships. If you can stop and this is really in any sport, if you can stop the other team from scoring, anybody can score. That's the key to winning, is locking down on the team and making sure you're disrupting their flow of their game and make sure that they can't score. Anybody with a good defense is going to be a bet on team for me.
And that's one of the reasons why I like the game is getting ready to start right now. I jumped on them Pacers because Pacers, like I said, they 6 in defense against the ball club like the Knicks, who have a hard time playing defense and a hard time scoring right now. You see them; they don't know who their star is on their team. Actually, they have their star. Both their potential stars are hurt, Knox and Porzingis. So what are we looking at? Knicks right now, I know it's early in the season. They should be in tanking mode right now. They should just hurry to get their losses out the way so they know they secured all their ping pong balls. But well, let's welcome in a first-time caller, man. What's his name? 870 Souls, man. Thank you for first-time caller. First-time listener, bro. You see I want to be on the radio so bad, huh? Shit, first-time caller. No. Back in the day, bro, you know what I wanted to be? I wanted to be the dude, the slow jams. Hey, yeah, you on the radio with your man jumping off the slow jam. Yeah, I wanted to be that guy, bro. I wanted to be that guy. You know what I mean? Come on, playing something sweet and sexy for you. Call in.
They do be sounding pretty smooth on there, don't they?
Yeah, I used to want to be that guy so bad. You know what I mean? But
Right.
last game on the docket, man, we got Spurs. I jumped on Spurs first half.
We got 2 more games. We got 2 more games, bro, and I got suggestions in both of them. People might think I'm crazy, and I know this line is moving up. The public might be on this game, but I had to go against the Mavs in this game. It is a whole lot of points, but the Lakers should, at home, they should ignite tonight. I feel like this is one of the games. So some games I feel like you should bet. It sounds crazy, but I feel like some games you should bet the favor and also take the dog money line. I feel like the game should be either this will be a Lakers blowout or the Mavericks will win straight up. You just have some games like that. I almost felt like that with the Pistons game last night. Either the Celtics going to blow them out or the Pistons were going to win the game. You just have games like that for some. The prime example was the Kings game yesterday. I probably should have took the Kings a small bet on the money line just for the simple fact if they cover, then they're going to win the game. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's how it is tonight. But I just don't see the Mavs win this game. The Lakers got all their players back. You got Ingram, you got Rondo back. They should be running full head of steam. And the Mavs don't have the offense to stay with the Lakers. That's the whole reason why I'm taking them tonight. Because if the Lakers get to running and getting easy baskets, the Mavs just like to walk the ball up the court. And I feel like they'll be on an emotional letdown after Dennis Smith Jr. missed that fucking free throw. It could have won the game, pretty much game-winning free throw against the Spurs. Then they went to overtime and lost the game. So I feel like there's going to be a hangover in this game. The Lakers should blow them out the water.
You know what? I can't lay that much money with that many points with the Lakers. Lakers have proved to me no reason for me to be laying this many points. The line is going up. I think that's some of the part of the public. A lot of Laker backers in this game. I can't do it. I'm not putting no money on neither side of this game. I am off of this game completely. I don't want no parts with the Lakers at 7.5. I do not want no parts with the Mavs. But to back you up, I agree with you. That's the way I was capping it too. I'm looking at the Lakers. They're 30 points right now, put up 122 points. They're 23rd in defense, but they're 5th in pace. And Dallas is 15th in place. And I think that works in the Lakers' favor because if Lakers want to run, this young rookie point guard is going to turn the ball over a lot. And they give up about 17 points anyway off of turnovers. My only problem with the Lakers game is the Lakers give up. The Dallas gives up 40 in the paint. Lakers give up 56 points in the paint. You would think that with Lakers being a team who doesn't shoot threes, that they would practice defending the paint more because most of their players are going inside. I'm understanding why that stat is so high for LA and so low for Dallas. That confuses me a lot.
Yeah, they get a little help. They get Mo Wagner tonight. They're gonna have a little bit more size and length. I think Beasley will probably be on the bench, and then Wagner gets some playing time. You got McGee down there to bang with DeAndre Jordan. I feel like they have the size, but like you said, the Lakers' pace will kill the Mavs tonight. The Mavs just don't play fast enough. The Lakers keep their pace up and getting easy baskets. They'll probably blow the Mavs out of the water. So I know you say it is a bunch of points with the Lakers, but sometimes you just have to look at the line. Why are the Lakers favored by this many points? The odds makers have to be telling you something. Even if you say the public's been shooting it up, it opened at 6.5. So the odds makers think that the game won't be close. You know what I'm saying? They're coming back home off of a loss. I think the Lakers will blow the Mavs out in this game. And they're an emotional letdown and they're off an overtime game. The Lakers come back home. It's going to be rocking tonight, bro. All them Lakers home game are going to be rocking.
Yeah, my whole thing too is I'm looking at the total was at 235. You think you get over? If I'm gonna jump on this game with everybody, it's gonna be a total side for me. I did take LA, but y'all see my teaser I put out on this. These numbers shot so fast, so far up. It went up so quickly that it was instantly screaming teaser to me, teaser to me. I know teasers aren't a big thing in NBA. People hate those, but I don't hate money. I don't give a fuck what no capper ever tell you. If they tell you don't like teasers, they don't like money. They got a problem with money, or they just stuck in their old ways. It's a new way of doing things. It's a new way of gambling. It's no wrong way to win money and put money in your pocket to feed your family. It's never a wrong way to put money in your pockets. I don't fall for that shit. I don't believe that shit. This was the teaser game to me. I teased it. I got LA at 1. I wanted to the same way I teased the Nuggets. I felt like those totals are a little too spreads are a little too high, and I really came back LA on the ball club that I haven't seen do too much of nothing. They're a bad team in the fourth quarter. They're a horrible fourth quarter shoot team. That scares me to back them at a -7.5. But I agree with you in this spot. LeBron and them should turn up in this spot. Everybody is back. They have the advantage in this game, but we see them just fuck off games with horrible shooting, air balls, getting blocked on 3-pointers. Nobody playing defense. LeBron not walking. He walking back. The rest of the team is running back. LeBron walking back after a missed shot. That shit is not a recipe. That's a recipe for disaster, not victories.
Yep, you're right. One thing I gotta say, LeBron is pissed off in this game, and it will show. I see them blowing out the Mavs. I don't think this game will be close. I think the line is moving up in the right direction. And if LeBron gets pissed off, he will go off. The Mavs don't have anyone to stop him. I know this team. It shouldn't be pretty. Shouldn't be pretty.
Exactly. We got one more game left on this clock. We got a couple more minutes left, so we can turn on with the people. Right now, I need to get a nice little lead from these Indiana Pacers, but they slacking right now. But Spurs Suns, brother.
Okay, Spurs Suns. This is one of the games that I was talking about. You got 79% of the tickets on the Spurs, but it's only 62% of the money. What's up with that? You got all this money. You got all the public is on the Spurs, and then the line was at 7.5. It went back down to 7. Then now it says 6.5. That's a huge red flag to me. I'm not high on the Spurs at all. If they were at home, maybe I would lay that 7 points. But I'm sorry, you can call me crazy. I'm on the Suns plus 7.5 in this game. I feel like they'll cover. I'm not saying they'll win, but the Spurs, I can't be laying those type of numbers with the Spurs on the road after 2 wins. No, I don't think so. The Suns still have some. I would love if Booker was in this game. That would be lovely. But I mean, he's not. They still have players that can score. They still got Ariza. They still got, you know what I'm saying, Anderson. They can score some points and keep this game close with the Spurs. I'm not too high on the Spurs, especially on the road.
Yeah, they have Ariza. They have a Josh Jackson who cannot shoot at their shooting guard. He hasn't shown that he can shoot yet. They brought Jamal Crawford in, but Jamal Crawford haven't really been playing well. Like the last game, he didn't play well at all. San Antonio here has been winning games. I didn't expect San Antonio to win. I took them the first half -4. I grabbed them full game -6, but I don't really like the -7. It's just weird. You know what I mean? It's like the -6 is pushing it. I can see them with a 7-point win. I don't see San Antonio winning by double digits tonight. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm seeing either.
Exactly.
This is a really tough one to cap too. With, like I said, with no Booker. If Booker was in the lineup, I would definitely probably jump on the over in this game. You know what I mean? I would look at it as over because I get points. I'm just trying to having a hard time figuring who is going to score the points for Phoenix tonight. Like who's going to be a main scorer? It can't be Ryan Anderson, and it can't be Aiden because they're going to be having a hands full with Aldridge and Rudy Gay down there.
You'd be surprised, bro, but they're gonna score some points tonight. The Spurs are not the same defensive team. You'll see Anderson get into double digits. You'll see Aiden have a pretty nice game. Aldridge isn't a top tier defender by far. I mean, Paul Gasol, come on, bro. They kind of soft up top. Then they don't have the guards. Don't be surprised at all if you see the Suns win this game. They've lost 5 straight. I mean, they haven't won a game since the first game that they blew the Mavs out by 20 points, which they looked real nice in that game. You never know what you was going to see out of the Suns. They come out first game and they win by 20 points. But for some reason, like you say, the Spurs don't win this game by 10 points. So, I mean, if they do win, I see them winning by maybe 5 or 6 points. But, I mean, like I said, I got them at 7.5. So that's what I would say that I would give it out at. But I mean, maybe you can buy it up to 7. It says 6.5 right now. But I really feel like with that money split like that, I mean, that's a 17% difference. You got all the public on the Spurs thinking it's going to be an easy game. I see the Suns potentially keeping it tough in that one, possibly winning outright at home. They're back home. They're desperate for a win. They don't have that star player, but they might be able to string together some points and keep it close against the Spurs today.
If you would say one ball club is more desperate for a win tonight, would that be the Suns or would that be the Lakers?
I would have to say the Lakers for the simple fact that you got LeBron on there. And they expect them everybody expect them to win every game, even though it's early in the season. You got him all over the ESPN. You don't have the Suns on ESPN. So me personally, I would say the Suns are more desperate for the simple fact they're like 1-5, 1-6. But the Lakers, you would think they have more pressure on them for the simple fact that it's all over ESPN. Everybody talking about LeBron constantly losing. You know what I'm saying? They got him on ESPN every day, but I think the Suns are going to be the more desperate team tonight, and I feel like they have the better advantage. They're the ones getting points at home. The Lakers are laying 7 points. You know what I'm saying? They're at home too, but you got somebody that needs to cover 8 points, you know what I'm saying, which they just want to win the game. They don't care if they win by 1. And then you got the Suns that are getting points, and they're going to be fighting for their lives. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's sometimes a home dog. It's nothing like a home dog, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you know about that.
Hell yeah. But my whole thing is DeRozan, man, he's been balling. DeRozan been playing. He likes this. He's relishing over there right now. I think he likes the fact that he's seeing LeBron lose again. Like I know it's weird as it fucking sound. DeRozan likes seeing LeBron lose, and he likes winning right now because that's what he does. He beats LeBron in the regular season, and LeBron beat his ass in the playoffs. It's some kind of rivalry they have. And I think right now DeRozan still going to keep showing up right now. DeRozan is showing up. They have no point guards. The point guards they are playing are starting to develop a little bit of chemistry. Patty Mills doesn't look that bad. You know what I mean? Right now, as we speak, I see him winning by 6, 7. Like I said, I don't see a blowout though, but I could be wrong. Now, if Booker was playing, I would definitely take the home dog right now plus the 7 points. I wouldn't even think twice about taking that if Booker was in the game. But no Booker, man. Booker.
Last year, I think the line would be like this when they didn't have. I've seen lines like this last year when Booker was out. Then they would be 7, 8 point dogs against them. I mean, they were even covering some. They didn't have Ariza and Anderson then and Aiden. Now I feel like they have them. They have a little bit of help. I see somebody in the chat saying where the points coming from. Anderson, Ariza, and Aiden can score points. I mean, don't be surprised you see all of those in double figures. Aiden might have 20 points. Aiden and Ariza might have 20 points. You'll have Ariza, which is still a nice defensive stopper on DeRozan. So I think they have the tools to keep this game close. Call me crazy, but I'm on Suns plus 7.5.
No, I feel you. They have the tools, but if you saying that you expect them to get double digits and somebody else, they have to. Those three have to because nobody else is going to get those points. So you're expecting the ball to be in their hand and to get touches. My whole thing with Ariza hasn't looked right this year to me either. His defense hasn't been where it's supposed to be, and he's not. He just looked like the veteran that this ball club expected him to be. Granted, when Booker came in, it seemed like Ariza kind of faded off a little bit, and Crawford hasn't proved to me nothing. I think Jamal might have a big game tonight though against these Spurs. He always play against the Spurs. And so I can expect him having a big game out of everybody, him and maybe Aiden. But I think Aiden he's still very young in the season. And Pop knows how to attack these bigs. You forget he's had twin towers his whole career basically. He had bigs with him the whole time. They're gonna do something. Him and Gasol, Aldridge, they should be able to do something over there.
Right. Yeah. If anything, I would take if you were to take the Spurs, I would maybe take them first half. But no, I feel like the Suns they will be desperate for a win. A team desperate for a win, getting almost 8 points, 7, 8 points at home. I probably take that every time, no matter who it is. They're not facing the Warriors or nobody. I'm not scared of the Spurs at all. If they were facing the Warriors or Denver or a real nice team that's offensively and defensive balance, maybe I'll be scared. The Spurs, I am not scared of them at all, especially on the road. Give me the 7.5 points all day.
No doubt. Well, it's Halloween, man. We got a couple minutes left, man. I got a family to go take out trick-or-treating. I got some crime to go fight. I'm going to put my card every day I make. I'm going to put it out right after here on Twitter so you guys can hop on them late games and get on them. I will be out with the family. J Money, you want to tell them where they can find you at?
Yeah, man. Y'all can find me at J Money is Money on Twitter, man. Like I say, if y'all got any questions, hit me up early in the day. I get Twitter notifications on my phone. Just send me a DM. Follow me. Send me a DM. I'm answering questions on Twitter all day. So follow me at J Money is Money. You can find me any time of the day, pretty much. We can answer whatever you need. I'm gonna holler at y'all, bro. Y'all, everybody have a good night. Be safe out there. Don't get too scared by all the monsters and stuff. Watch out behind trees and how people like to hop out on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful with the kids, man.
Is there a thing before we get up out of here, man? A lot of these favorites and a lot of these sides you guys are on tonight, the lines are a little bit inflated to me a little bit. So you like the same side you on, or you want points, or you want to add points to take points away, in play. In play, in play, in play. Never be afraid to in play. It's a great way to make money. I do it every day. I do it all day long. Also, with these last couple of games that's getting ready to come on, it's 3 games later on. Teaser. Apply a teaser to them. You like the under, you like the over, you like the side, you like this. Apply a teaser, a few more points to them, and get you some money and go to sleep happy after you get done walking with these kids and doing everything else. I'm your man, King Real. Batman today, crime fighter at night, sports handicapper doing today. Hey, my man Jay Money. Follow us on Twitter, SBR Sports Picks, Cap Nation Sports. Love you guys. Have a safe holiday. Have a fun holiday. And hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, once again. Good night.